Today's Fitmas is all about HIIT cardio. What is HIIT? HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. Basically what it means is you are going to work really hard for a certain amount of time and then you're going to rest and then hit it again. So it's high intensity interval training again. So you're working and resting, you're getting that heart rate up, then you're bringing it back down just in time to get it back up again. Now there's a lot of questions between which cardio is better, HIIT cardio or slow and steady state cardio. You can argue for both sides. I've seen results with both kinds of cardio, so it really just depends on the person and just what you prefer. Now, slow and steady is you're going to keep that heart rate at a certain level and you're just going to coast through your workout. You'll probably be sweating, but you should be able to hold a conversation. You're getting into that fat burning zone, which usually takes anywhere from 20 to 25 to 30 minutes to do, and then you're just burning fat. Well, people argue that in that case, you could also be burning a lot of muscle, whereas HIIT cardio, it's supposed to get you a workout in a shorter amount of time, you're burning fat, but also you're holding onto your muscle. Well, I'm going to show you guys a few examples of HIIT cardio. One is sprints. If you have a treadmill or if you have access to a track or just running outside, you could do this workout. For example, on the treadmill, what I do is I set a number of sprints. For me, it's always 10 sprints. And the goal is to warm up with a few sprints and then hit it hard for like 5 sprints. So I always start out, for me, I run, I train, so I usually start out about 9.0 as far as the speed goes, and that's my first sprint. And then I'll sprint for 30 seconds and then rest for anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute and then sprint again. With each round, I increase my speed. So I start with 9, then I go to 9.5, 10, 10.5, 11. 11 is my max. So I usually focus on, once I get to my max speed, to have 5 full sprints. You're just constantly working, but you're also giving your body rest. And if you're a beginner, what you can do is just dial down that speed, maybe start at a level 6.0 and then do your sprint for 30 seconds, rest anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, bump up that speed to 6.5 and hit it again, then to 7, then to 7.5, then to 8. Maybe 8.0 could be your maximum speed. You just have to find what works for you. But the idea is to sprint for 30 seconds on, then rest for a good amount of time, then hit it again. Your heart rate should be going up. You should be feeling it. You should be sweating. It should be hard to breathe at times. You really want to work really hard. That's why it's called high intensity training. You want to give it your all during the time that you are working. Now to the Stairmaster. You could use this for HIIT cardio. Here's an example. I would keep it on about a 4.5 level, I believe. And I would do straight leg kickbacks to target those glutes. And then on the top of every minute, I would switch and I would do these jump squats on the stairs for an entire minute. That would be the high intensity working part. And then bringing the heart rate back down in the interval is when you would do the leg lifts, which gives you a little bit of time to catch your breath, but then that minute's gonna come back around and you're gonna hit those jump squats again. And you do that for about 10 minutes. So every other minute you are working both the glutes and then the jump squats. Then I filmed an entire workout based on HIIT. And I'm just going to commentate over the video so that you can know exactly what movements I'm doing for the amount of time. Let's start with round 1. The first movement is underhand grip, straight-legged deadlift to a curl. Now this deadlift is going to target your hamstrings, and then the curl is going to target your bicep. But also during the straight-legged deadlift, when you come up to the top, you want to squeeze your bum, and that works your glutes. So this is an awesome complex movement targeting different muscle groups. So you work for a minute, you do as many clean, solid reps as you can, then you move on to the next movement. You give yourself about 10 to 15 seconds after that minute, then hit it again. The next movement is a jump squat with dumbbell to single arm upright row. So this is going to target your quads, your glutes when you're doing the jump squat, and then the single arm upright row is going to target your shoulders. Then you hit mountain climbers, and this is just a cardio-based movement. You're really going to get your heart rate up. In all of these movements, I am wearing a resistance band, and it's placed just above the knee, and this is just to give you a little extra tension during your workout, a little more resistance. It just challenges you that much more and gives you some more resistance to your training. So once you get through those 3 exercises, working for a minute, you repeat that 3 times, and that's considered round 1. After you finish that round, you rest for a minute to 2 minutes, and then you're hitting the next round. So let's talk about round 2, a burpee to a shoulder press, and you're using dumbbells. So the burpee, that's a full body movement, and then the shoulder press, you're going to target those shoulders. Now with the burpee, you just want to make sure that you are keeping your body parallel to the ground and that you are not arching your back. If you can't jump down, what you can do is you can step down. Work that movement for an entire minute, rest 10 to 15 seconds, then move on to the next movement, which is single arm diagonal kettlebell or dumbbell swing. This is going to work your legs as well because you're bending down a little bit. It's also going to work your lower back. And then when you raise it up, it's going to work your shoulder. It's going to work a lot. So this is a great well-rounded movement as well. Again, do as many reps as you can in a minute, rest 10 to 15 seconds, and then move on to the third movement, which was knee to elbow each side for 30 seconds each leg. Now this is like a dance, aerobics type move, but I promise you, it gets the heart rate up. And this is going to work the entire body and the core. So when you're trying to bring your knee to your elbows, you really are engaging your center. Repeat those 3 movements 3 times, and you're done with round 2. Give yourself another minute to 2 minute rest before you head to the last round, round 3. Let's start with the first movement, which is a bicep curl to a bent over back fly. You're just going to repeat this movement. This is obviously targeting your biceps and then your back as well. And you can always engage your core. This is a perfect example in this movement to be engaging your core through every rep, and you're going to feel it. Work for a minute, get as many reps as you can, rest 10 to 15 seconds, then move on to the next movement. Single leg step up. Now you can use a tire like in this video, or you can use a box, or if you have one of those step stools, you could use that. And the goal is to just step up quick, use your arms for momentum, try to get your knee pretty high up, and you can do this with a band around your legs again, or you can just do it with your body weight. Work each side for 30 seconds. The last movement is sumo walks with reverse high knees. So you're just going to get that position in a sumo squat, which means a wide stance. You're going to keep your chest up, your back straight, and you're going to walk like a sumo wrestler. You can even make that noise like hoo, hoo, hoo. And you're going to do that for about 10 steps forward, and then you're going to come back with high knees back, and you're going to repeat that through that minute. Again, repeat those 3 exercises 3 times, and then you're done. So that HIIT workout is a great example of how you can work to be really intense for the minute that you're working, and then you dial it back for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then you hit it again. It's all about getting that heart rate up, then bring it back down, heart rate up, bring it back down. And you could tell with this last example, it's a full body workout. Let me know if you try out any of these HIIT exercises, and it might just be a great way for you to switch up your cardio. I know steady state can be boring, and this just makes it more fun, and you get done with your cardio quicker. So it's definitely a good tool to incorporate into your training program if you can. Thanks for watching another episode of Fitmas, and we'll see you tomorrow for another one.